Okay, with the bike in fourth gear and up in the air, we use the rear wheel to turn the bike around the top dead center. And using the world's most accurate homemade top dead center tool, we are currently sitting at top dead center. Okay, I made this 20 years ago. It served me well. Then we go down here and we glued on the world's oldest, nastiest 20-year-old degree wheel that I made ever so long ago, and put the timing mark here and marked it top dead center on the alternator. Then I went back 28 degrees and marked it over here as advance. So now we're going to back the bike up and then put the cover on and see if the mark actually matches the advance mark that we put on the rotor and the stator. I think it's going to match just fine, thank you. So we'll do that right now. Okay, I'll shine the light in there. There is the official mark and 28 degrees, and the official mark is almost dead nuts on the advanced mark that I scratched into the stator. So I'll zoom in a little more. You can see that the official mark is right on 28 degrees, and that's real close to the mark that I put up above. So we're going to say at this point in time, the timing mark on the rotor is correct at 28 degrees for this bike, and within a bazillionth of a millimeter close. It should run at this point. So now we're going to go to the other side and set the initial timing, the static timing, one more time, and leave it at that. So we're not going to fool around anymore. Okay, take two. It always helps to actually start the camera. I went out and got 5 gallons of fresh gasoline. I'm going to put that in. While I was gone, Kevin drained the gas tank and cleaned the pilot jet one more time. Before that, we confirmed that the timing mark on the rotor is accurate, and we reset and double checked the ignition static timing over here. So we are close enough that the bike should run at this point in time. So we're going to put the gasoline in the gas tank, and we're going to do some kicking on the bike. All right, so I'm putting a brand new set of plugs here. We're going to just check for spark, and Kevin's over there kicking it over by hand. Don't you love it? It's tight.
Yeah.
Okay, I got spark.
I got spark.
Oh,
I got a nice spark.
Yeah, I can light up a room with that.
Yep. That's good
All right.
news.
Okay, we're gonna put the plugs in and give it a kick. All right, we confirmed that the timing mark on the rotor was correct. We reset the initial timing, which we've done a half a dozen times. We pulled out the pilot jet and cleaned it. I should stop saying we, because Kevin did 90% of this. But we just drained the sump. There was maybe 4 to 6 ounces in the sump, which is exactly what you want. We double checked the spark. You saw that on the previous video. Topped off the oil. We had minimum, now we have full. And anything else we did this morning?
Prayed.
Dominus vobiscum, mecum spiri tutuo. Okay, you ready to stroke upon it?
Yeah. Got some overflow problem.
On the carb?
Yeah, it's okay now.
Give it a tap.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
Gonna go no choke at first.
You're right.
No choke, ignition on. We had good spark.
We got electrons.
You know, we can't explain it if it starts.
Yeah.
But I don't care.
Getting into that. following.
I know. I know you are. All right, now don't let it run away if it should start.
Yeah. Holding my breath.
I have to say this ignition is on, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I'm not hearing.
Throttle.
I'm hearing no joy at all. Oh, there's that damn pop.
Yep. All right, let me try choke. I don't have any confidence, but.
Okay. We're done.
It ain't
All right,
trying.
you know what?
Huh?
I'm gonna take that ignition system out. I don't have another ignition system. Do you have a vape in stock? I just used my last one on the red bike.
Well, we got Glenn coming with that. Let's throw that on there and see if we can get the speedo to work.
All right. And the goddess continues to stump us. Call it goddess stumper opus. All right, we'll let it sit for a while. Okay, Kevin took a rest for a couple of minutes. We're going to kick it a few more times. We're going to shoot some starter fluid into it. By the way, CRC carb cleaner is starter fluid in 49 of the 50 states. It is not in California because it's a completely different formula over there. So if you buy a CRC carb cleaner, make sure you get the 49 state version because the 50 state version for California is complete garbage. Okay, so we're going to shoot some starter fluid into the carburetor. And Kevin's going to stroke on it a few more times just to see what happens. All right, can we full throttle over there?
Yep. All right. Wide open, boss.
And by the way, those are two brand new plugs. We also did that. Let's see what happens. Okay,
Nothing.
that was fun. All right, well, we've done a couple things. Adjusted this and fiddled with that. I'm going to go over there and kick on the bike. I suddenly realized that I had never shown Kevin the secret Norton handshake. So I'm going to go over there and kick on it myself this time and see what happens.
Ignition on.
Gas is on.
Ignition's on. Gas is on.
No choke.
No choke.
Ignition looks good.
Holy crow!
Okay, so we got oil from oil line somewhere?
No, that looks like it's. Wait a minute.
It's coming up from there. Okay, yeah, it's from this fitting right here.
Okay.
Okay, let's tighten that.
All right.
All right, so we got a the crossover oil pipe is leaking on the other side. Alright, so we'll fix that. And then I'll start it again. Okay, key off. Where's the ignition? Yep, okay, good. Let's tighten up that fitting.
We'll be back.
Alright, well the crossover oil line that goes from the right side of the engine to the left side of the engine that nut was loose. And we tightened that up, cleaned up the oil, and we're going to start the bike again. I'll have Kevin look away so he doesn't see the secret Norton handshake. Make sure we don't have any oil leak over there a second time, and then we'll strobe the ignition. So here we go. Okay, gas is on.
Ignition's on.
Ignition's on. Do you see flashes in ignition? Flashes?
Hang on. Yep.
Alright, and then we have to adjust that to idle up. Okay, so I'm going to go counterclockwise.
Okay.
Just about a bazillionth of an inch. And I do have a leak over here somewhere. Let's see, where am I leaking oil from over here? Oh, the timing cover. Did we loosen the timing cover?
No.
No?
No.
That's coming right out of the timing cover. Well, we're going to get to take that off. Isn't that neat?
Oh boy.
Yes, right there.
Hmm.
Huh.
Want to try just tightening it?
Well, sure, why not?
Allen?
Yeah, the normal quarter inch.
Yep.
That's tight. That's tight. Okay, good news, they're not loose.
Good.
Yeah, let's see, is it here? No, it's not there. It's not the lines.
And it's not the oil line up top?
No. It is definitely coming right from the gasket on this timing cover.
Okay.
All right. Well, at that point, since we're going to take that off anyway, there's no sense in doing the timing anymore. Okay, well, this is good.
Yeah.
This is stick her up in the air and we won't pull that timing cover off. Okay, is this thing still running?
It was, yep.
Yeah. Okay, we were getting ready to fine tune the ignition timing because we're about a bazillionth of an inch off. And I saw oil leaking and it appears to be coming from the timing cover gasket. Now, you know, we had the timing cover off, so apparently we did something wrong with that gasket. So we're going to put the bike up in the air and reseal the timing cover and see what we see. But the bike is running and it sounded good, actually. So we'll talk all about what we did to get this far later in the video. Well, the green goddess lives. Sounds really, really good. I adjusted the mixtures. We set the timing. So good oil flow. Try to get down in here. Good oil flow. This Ivanhoe, the tachometer is not working. The cable itself is not turning. So I'll pull that sender out down there and see what we see. But basically, we're on the verge of a test ride. Maybe the next day or so. It really sounds good. Interesting. Every time we rev up the engine, the center stand deploys. Seal all this up, dress it out, and decide what we're going to do the next couple of days. All right. Okay. The 2 oil leaks we found, basically that's human error. The one on the left side was the crossover pipe on the head. It was never tightened. That happens. The one on the right was the timing cover gasket, and basically we screwed that up. We missed a hole really bad. So we're gonna watch that pipe. It's hotter than the edge.
Yeah, yep. You see me way out here.
Yeah, I do not want to explain to your wife.
The screaming?
Yeah, the screaming. Oh, matter of fact, while we're talking about exhaust pipe and burns, let me show you guys here something. This is what happens when you get, this is from kneeling down. This is from getting up against a pipe when you're wearing short pants. Got me good. It was the 500cc that was in here the other day. I got up against the pipes, and I've been paying the price ever since. So long pants have an advantage. I'm going to call it done here. We're going to dress out the bike a little bit, mess around with it, and decide when we're ready to do when we are psychologically ready to do a test ride. Okay, the Green Goddess lives and sounds really, really good. I've set it up for an overnight leak test. I see no signs of leak at this point in time, but it's easy to start, revs beautifully, idles lovely. Really, really, really looks good. It's Spunky down there. We adopted him a couple months ago. He's about 8 years. They say 8 years, but maybe more like 10. So we'll have him for a while. So anyway, back to the Goddess. All along, Kevin and I have said that it's going to be one of 3 things causing us to no start this bike. It was either going to be something really simple, something really, really complicated, or something really, really stupid. Good news, it wasn't complicated. And the flip side of complicated, it wasn't something simple. Which sort of leaves us with stupid. And that stupid sort of circles the definition of yellow. Because when we decided today that we were going to take the Boyer out of this thing and put in a vape, and I was going to sacrifice my test system to use the vape components. Well, we got the tank off and we were disconnecting the Boyer, and Kevin said, "Hey, this doesn't look right." So I took a look and I said, "No, it's okay." And he said, "No, look at the yellow, black yellow, look at the black white right here at this junction." And I looked really, really close and said, "Oh, is that yellow there or is that white?" And he said, "That there is white where it should be yellow and yellow where it should be white." We had swapped the black and yellow and the black and white wires up by the Boyer box. Sometime during this period, I guess. sometimes when we were working on some other stuff. We definitely had that whole unit out when we took the top off, so we were the last ones to work on it. So, like I say, it was really, really stupid. We put everything back together with the yellow black to yellow black and black white to black white, and you saw us stroke it and start it, and it was like a champ. So it was stupidity. Now the good news is we haven't been charging the client anything for this whole period, knowing for a fact that it was probably a exercise in frustration on our part, and we don't charge for frustration, we don't charge for learning new things, and we don't charge for screw-ups. Now some of the stuff might have been deemed unnecessary, like taking the engine apart and looking for the valves and compression and all that. It turned out it wasn't, because we found the head was only on with half the head bolts. I mean, half the head bolts were not installed on the frame, on the head. So that wasn't really wasted effort. It has nothing to do with the bike starting or not, but it wasn't wasted effort. So anyway, bike back together. The two oil leaks that we ran across are not unusual on a bike that you've done a lot of work on. The one on the left side, somebody, probably me, left the bolt loose on the oil line. And on the right side, somebody put the gasket in off center and drove a case bolt right through it. And that was on us. That was sloppy. We put a new gasket over there, and there is no sign of leakage. We'll know overnight what we find. So bottom line, the Green Goddess could have been fixed weeks ago if, I can't say that, because I don't know if those wires were messed up before we took the engine apart or not. So this has been an accumulation, a rolling target, a project without end, but right now it's running. It's running great. By the way, I fixed the tachometer. It was a bad cable. I had one in stock. I put it on. The tachometer works okay. So it's 1 o'clock here in Phoenix, and it's hot. It's 100 degrees. We've decided to call it a day. We'll finish dressing out the bike tomorrow. And no, we won't, because I am obligated to work at Kevin's shop tomorrow. He's been working here every day. He finally has all the parts for the Triumph he's working on, so I'm going to help him in his shop tomorrow. We may get back on the Goddess on Sunday. Kevin will do the test ride. He has ridden with rear sets before, so he says, and I have years and years and years and years ago, and both of us have to get our minds psychologically set before we get on this bike and ride it with rear sets and low bars. But we'll do a test ride. So hopefully by the middle of next week we can call this guy good. In the meantime, we did get the cable for this guy, and that'll be our next project on the lift. And that's where we are, and the client wants to come and get this today, and I expect I'll let him. So we're making progress, and the Green Goddess lives.